mother. I lost a 2-year-old. I'm dying inside. It hurt. I feel like my heart is breaking. And I have 2 more kids to live for.
It's been a long journey for Tatiana Williams with an even tougher battle ahead. She spent the last 3 months living in a van with her children.
And I regret having to sleep out there so bad. I tell them I'm sorry, but I tried. I tried to keep hotels. I tried to pay people to stay there. It wasn't working for me.
1 a.m. on Monday morning, they parked at the Hollywood Greektown Casino parking garage in below freezing temps. Overnight, the car ran out of gas, and the next day, her 9-year-old son was not breathing.
I tried to give him CPR, and I was just giving him CPR. I just kept saying, Fetty, don't leave me. Don't leave me, please. That's the one who made me. Don't leave me, please.
After a friend helped take him to the hospital, her 2-year-old daughter was also found unresponsive. Both were later pronounced dead from what appears to be hypothermia.
She didn't even get to live her life. She didn't get to do nothing. She lost her life because I had to sleep in the car.
In a press conference, the mayor and city leaders confirmed that Tatiana did call the city's homeless response team back in November, but nothing ever came of it.
At least as far as we've been able to determine so far, the family never called back again for service. And as far as we've been able to tell, our homeless staff never proactively reached out to say, what happened with your situation? Was it resolved?
Of the city's homeless services, while Tatiana is now in a shelter and her kids are with relatives.
It took my 2 kids to die for y'all to help me. It just don't work like that. It hurt losing 2 kids in one night. You know, I don't wish this on nobody. And if you can get help, please go get help. Because I don't want nobody else to go through what I'm feeling.
Of the city's homeless services.
Now, Detroit police are investigating the death of 2 young children at Greektown Casino.
The children were found frozen to death inside a van where the family was allegedly living. Fox 2's Jessica Dupmag joining us live with more on this really devastating story. Jessica, how were they found? What happened here?
Well, Taryn and Roop, I got the call earlier this afternoon, and when DPD told me what happened, I really couldn't believe it. What we do know happened is that there was a mother and her 5 children ranging from age 2 to 13 living out of a van around 1 o'clock early this morning. They pulled into the Hollywood Casino at Greektown, went up to the 9th floor in that van. Now, either the car died or ran out of gas and there was no heat in the car. Now, around noon today, that mom started to notice that one of the children, the 2-year-old, was unresponsive, called another family member, because remember, the car didn't start, had that family member bring the child then to Children's.
Detroit police are
Darnell Curry Sr. wiped away tears while talking with me about his children, Darnell Jr. and Amelia, and the distressing phone call he says he took from their mother, Tatiana Williams, on Monday.
I went to the gym. As soon as I got on the treadmill, she called saying, can I make it to the hospital right now? They got him. I was hoping it was a sick joke, but it wasn't.
According to Detroit police, 9-year-old Darnell Jr. and 2-year-old Amelia died while sleeping in a vehicle at the Hollywood Casino at Greektown parking garage. Investigators say the cause appears to be hypothermia, a tragedy stemming from homelessness. She says she reached out to Curry, who's the father of 3 of her children.
I asked him, I said, can you get your kids for me? I said, I need help. You know I'm homeless. I done kept a room this long. I couldn't keep it no more.
They were homeless. Had Tatiana ever reached out asking to?
No, she did not. All she said was, can I get them? Can I get them just to get them? And can I get them because y'all homeless? That's 2 different things.
She said she had been homeless for 3 months.
See, that's what I saw, about 3 months, but she ain't never said nothing to me. Nothing. So all them other sob stories, they can cut all that. No, she did not.
Curry, who lives in Novi, says Williams never specified why she wanted to drop their kids off to him.
She just asked, can I get them for a couple of days? But I told her I'm working and all that, and I'm out here. We're not close to each other, so I couldn't. But she knows all my family is right around the corner from her.
Did she reach out to any of your family?
No, she did not. And she knows she could have. like we always used to do.
He says the last time he held his children was a month or two ago, and that they typically FaceTime, moments he will miss.
And there's a, police investigation into this. What is it you would like to see come of this? Obviously, nothing's going to bring back your 9-year-old and your 2-year-old.
Don't even matter to me. Can't get them back, so it's whatever.
Darnell.
A lot of people were saying in the comments like, oh, where's the dad? Where's the dad? There's the dad. There he is right there. Didn't care, didn't have a care in the world that his children were sleeping from, bed to post or however it is you guys say that. He didn't care. He said, oh, I'm going to miss the FaceTimes. But you didn't say you missed the being actually physically connected to your children. You didn't miss that part. You just missed the convenient FaceTimes while you hung out and gallivanted at the gym. And the part where he said, cut the sob story. Like, when I saw this interview, I was like, this interview can't be real. Cut the sob story? Those are your children, 2 of the 3 that you had with her. And I guarantee you, he probably wasn't paying her $1 in child support.
So I don't know if y'all heard about the homeless mom and her children passed from hypothermia because they were sleeping in the car. I don't know if y'all heard about that, but let's talk about it. So the mom said she asked for help. She cried. You could tell she felt real bad. She said she was trying to keep hotel rooms. She was trying to ask her family or whoever, friends, can she pay them to stay there? But she's put in there that some people don't like a lot of kids at their house. Whatever family member did that, they ought to be wrong. She said I think she said she ran out of gas or something, because she said she was keeping the heat on in the car for the kids or whatever, and they were sleeping in the car. Hold on. But I think she ran out of gas. So the car was cold, and it was cold outside, so they froze her. It's so sad to even talk about. So mom said, I know her family, the people around her, I know they gotta be heartbroken, because that's sad. And then she said she reached out to like the homeless shelters or whatever. But nowadays, they want so fucking much from you to prove that you homeless. She said they never reached back out to her. She tried to reach out to the homeless shelters around her neighborhood or whatever. That's sad too, because as a homeless shelter or a establishment that helps people who's homeless, I thought you always supposed to reach back out if they don't reach out to you, just to check on their well-being, to make sure, blase. They didn't do that. The thing that's really getting to me is the dad. So they interviewed the dad. The dad looked well put together. Ain't showing no remorse, no sympathy. This motherfucker had the nerve to say because they asked him, did she tell you that she was homeless to get the kids, yada yada. He said no. She asked him, can he get the kids? And he told her he had work, and his family all lived around the corner from where she had. They didn't live close in range, and he had to work, and he had to do this, blah, 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 excuses. So he goes off to say, telling me to get the kids and specifying that you're homeless to get the kids is 2 different things. What? What type of stupid shit is that? If my motherfucking kids' mama tell me to call me and say, can you get the kids? Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm getting my motherfucking kids. You could tell he must have, and then he said she called him when he was at the gym, just got on a treadmill. How the fuck you got time to go to the gym and you work and you can't get your kids, but you got time to go to the gym? You got to use time to drive to the gym, get prepared to go to the gym, work out at the gym. And if you're working out for real, you spend about an hour and a half at the gym. And you ain't had time to get your kids, bro? Gonna tell them fucking interview people that she can stop her sob story. What? You ain't dropped not one tear. You pathetic ass human being. What the fuck do you mean? And that's what's crazy. I feel like he had something against the mom and was trying to make the mom suffer. You get what I'm saying? Now look what the fuck happened. Because all you had to do was get your kids. You fully bathed, fully home, housed, and got heat. All that. You were able to leave, go to the gym, all that. Why the fuck you couldn't get your kids until she was able to get on her feet? You was trying to make her suffer. You was being a child. And now look what happened to your children. That shit is sad. Like, what the fuck do you mean specifying? She didn't specify why he needed to get the kids. She shouldn't have to. And what's crazy is I see that shit every day. I see that shit today. You know, motherfuckers acting, you know, the dads fucking using the kids as pawns or making the mom suffer because something don't go their way or blase, or they feel like they, you know, how the fuck you feel like you can go to work, you can go to the gym, you can do this and do that, but she stuck with the damn kids on the bandwagon, gotta do every motherfucking thing with kids. That shit not fair, nigga. Both of y'all fucked for them kids. And then y'all got multiple, so y'all was fucking. What the fuck type of shit is that? That shit just blew my mind. Like, to just hear about that story just blew my mind. I hope that motherfucking father get charged with something. Because you can't I hope they go through messages, and because she said she told him she was homeless. He's saying she didn't. Whether she told you she was homeless or not, if she telling you to get them motherfucking kids, bro, it shouldn't be no questions about that. Like, them your kids. Them not just her kids. Them your kids too. I don't see how niggas do shit like that. So let this be a fucking message to some of you niggas that act like that. Because there's a lot of fathers around that act like that. They want to make the mom suffer. They act like they can't do this, they can't do that. They move on their time. Don't put their kids in their schedule. All that. Let this be a fucking message to you. Because her kids died in a fucking cold car. And she tried to do everything she could. And for the family that didn't help her. Like, come on now. That shit's sad. I'm praying for the mom. I'm not praying for the dad. I don't give a fuck about the dad. Praying for the mom, the kids, and because this is a hard pill to swallow for me. So I know it's going to be hard for her. Man.
Did y'all hear about this mom who lost her 9-year-old and 2-year-old to being homeless? She'd apparently been homeless for months and had lost her 9-year-old and her 2-year-old to hypothermia. From what I've been reading, she parked in a casino parking lot, ran out of gas, and the children basically froze to death. More is coming up that it's not just the mom, it's 4 children, the mom, and a grandmother that were also in this van. But this is the father. This is what I really want to focus on. They found the father and they did an interview with him, and he says, the mom didn't tell me that they were homeless. She just asked me to get the kids. She didn't ask me to get the kids because she was homeless. She needed a reason for you to grab your children. As I was watching his interview, I didn't see any shame or guilt, but it was the deflection of, well, it's the mom's fault for my children being gone. No accountability. No, I wish I would have checked in. I wish I would have asked more questions. Why didn't you talk to your children? I'm sure the 9-year-old would have told you, we don't have a home. We're sleeping in a van. This is devastating. 2 angels have just been called back to heaven much earlier than they should have been. I'm also just wondering, what about homeless shelters? What about family members? In the very end, he even says, she knows that my family is all around here. We were too far for her and me to meet up, but she knows where my family is. Sir, why didn't you reach out to your family? They're your family. What is happening? I wish people had to take tests before parenting. Are you qualified to be a parent? Like, you have to take a test to drive and to do a whole bunch of other stuff. Why would you not have to take a test to take care of a whole human being? I pray for that mom. In 2025, it's crazy that there were no resources and that her children had to freeze to death. That's just a shame. Where are our taxes going if not for homeless shelters and for people who don't have it?